वेलकम टू उर्जित यूनिवर्सल एकेडमी फ्रेंड्स मैं डॉक्टर अखिलेश पटेल आज आपके सामने एक्सप्लेन करूंगा टी.एस. एलियट, थॉमस स्टर्न एलियट, अमेरिकन राइटर, वेरी फेमस राइटर। इसके साथ इनका जो फेमस वर्क है द वेस्ट लैंड, इनके बायोग्राफी के साथ आज हम वेस्ट लैंड पे डिस्कशन करेंगे। सो लेट्स बिगिन। टी.एस. एलियट Thomas Stern Eliot was born at the St. Louis, Missouri in 1888 in New England family on Puritan in faith. He studied at the Smith Academy in St. Louis and published his poetry in the Smith Academy record in 1905 and won the Smith Award for it. He was youngest among the 7 children, 3 brothers, 4 sisters. Born to Henry Orr Eliot and mother Charlotte Stern Eliot, his family belonged to the Devonshire in England, and it was the century that during period of King Charles I, his ancestor Henry Eliot migrated from East Cooker, Somerset, and became a member of the first church in Novel set and become a member of the first church. Miss Acutus in the America in 1670. So it in the interesting to note that one half is by great East Cooker is reacted from the article fairs of poet Eliot, grandfather Reverend William Queen Life Eliot, and educated from the Howard Dignity School and established the first Unitarian church in that city. He also pointed and added ill belonged of the Washington University. So this university is also called Eliot University. He was Chancellor of it 1872, but Eliot's father was a busy man who later on became the president of the hydraulic press bank company. His mother was interested in intellectual pursuit and philosophical. Complete biography, father-in-law, and poem on Shipyard. Eliot studied at the Smith Academy, which was actually department of the university. He admitted in the Howard University in 1906. And after that, for higher education study at Sorbonne University and completed graduation for here, and after that admitted in Oxford University and completed PG from philosophy. In 1915, Eliot married with Vivian Haywood, but Mary indeed follower, because after that marriage she became the abnormal. So due to incurable in Smith Eliot served her 14 years closed in her room. She died 1947, and just after 10 years in 1956, Eliot again married personal secretary Marnie teacher Will Harm passed and happily during late year life. He had is to spend the winter in Homer's severe attack put Mary game emphysema यानी आँखों में पानी आ जाना so due in 1965 London. Eliot poetical career. T.S. Eliot started poetical career when he was a student Smith Academy with the poetry, and later on after completing PG he began teach a school, but every son regard to farm job because he appointed in Louis Bond, where he worked from the 1970 to 1925. So early poems are Eliot were composed during this period, and he also completed PhD on philosophy of F.H. Bradley under the guidance of Joyce. He also tried to study Sanskrit in 1914. Eliot met with Barker and Russell and decided to work as poet in future. His collection of the important poem was published in 1950, New Love Song of Alfred. In 1925, Eliot joined the publisher of the Teacher and Giver, and later on Favor and Favor. In 1927, Eliot depicted Anglo-Catholic religion and in some year. फ्रेंड्स, उर्जित यूनिवर्सल एकेडमी को आप लाइक शेयर एंड फॉलो करते जाइए, क्योंकि उर्जित यूनिवर्सल एकेडमी पे टीजीटी पीजीटी के सारे सिलेबस को पूर्ण किया जाएगा। इसके साथ ही इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन के सीरीज और इम्पोर्टेंस लाइन बेस्ड ऑब्जेक्टिव जल्द आने वाला है। सो लाइक एंड शेयर करते जाइए। चलिए देखते हैं। ही रिनाउंस हिज American civilization become of the British citizenship. He received the Order of Merit, the Nobel Prize Literature, both 1948. Important collection of T.S. Eliot poetical career divided in the 5 periods. First, the first period Eliot, Juvelania period 1905 to 1909. The poem, this period in mature a more exercise, but these poems show the fine poetic talent of T.S. Eliot. These poems published in Barrier College, Smith Academy Record, and the Harvard Adventures. Second period 1950 to 1970. The most important collection page are published, in which collection talk and other observation 97. First point, the love song of Alfred J. Protag, इनका फर्स्ट कलेक्शन है। सेकंड है पोर्ट्रेट ऑफ लेडी, थर्ड है लेडी ऑफ प्रिल्यूड, फोर्थ है फिलॉसफी ऑन द Monday night, फिफ्थ है द बोस्टन इवनिंग ट्रांसक्रिप्ट, सिक्स है मिस्टर एक्लॉयनॉक्स, थर्ड पीरियड 1918 to 1925. The most important poem this period of the Zero Nation, Old and Modern Old Man, Bar Burbank, Sweeney Erect, Sweeney Among the Nightingale, A Cooking Age, Westland, The Hollow Man, 1925. Fourth period. Fourth period sense, it is a corrected the period of the Christian poetry. Important poem. Important poem. This collection, four Eyes for Wednesday, second Journey of Mojai, third Enimila Mariana, four Chorus, fifth Rock, Coric from Coriolanus, Coriolanus. Fifth period 1942. These periods of religious poetry it is distinguished from previous Christian poetry because it is period of four quartets which were published as follows. First, Barnett Norton. First, Barnett Norton. Third, 1936. Second, East Hooker. Third, The Try of Salvation. Little Getting, 1942. Eliot Dramatic Career. Eliot Dramatic Career, 1934 to 1959. Behind a modern poet, Eliot was also a great dramatist. 20th century, he is now as the father of poetic drama. He has 6 plays. First, The Rock, a Pregnant play, 1934. Second, The Murder of Cathedral, 1935. Third, The Family Reunion, 1939. Fourth, The Cocktail Party, 1950. Sixth, The Campedonia Clerk, 1954. And seventh, The Elderston Man, 1959. Eliot Prose and Critical Period. A poet from above creation, Eliot has also written critical essays which prove milestone in field of the modern criticism. Eliot also now as modern criticism on she said every great poet in writing of himself writing. So his age, so Eliot criticism is more obtaining and suitable from the modern society. He also now as founder of the impersonal criticism in England. First, tradition of individual talent, 1990. Second, poetry and drama. Third, the function and criticism. Fourth, English metaphysical poet. Fifth, frontier of criticism. Sixth, the use of poetry and the use of criticism, 1933. 7. The idea of Christian society, 1939. 8. Notes toward or the definition of the culture, 1948. And 9. Selected essay, the third edition, 1951, on poetry and poet, 1947. To criticize the critic, 1945. 11. The last critical creation of critic. Note: Eliot was a renowned editor of the magazine named The Creation, which was in the circulation from 1922. to 1939, and this magazine was closed due to Second World War. The modernist movement are the founder in 20th century literature are the literature, social and cultural background, modern literature. T. T.S. Eliot as modern poet. The First World War, which broke out 1914 and England 1918, which changed modern because progress was going up in every work of life. Social, religious, and literary values were changing very fast. At the place of joint family, nuclear family, at the place father, God, religious, and Trinity become decrease due to scientific invention. T.S. Eliot, representative and exponent of the modernist movement or modern age, because his poetry is true epitome of modern society. His poetry, deeply influenced by his age, all the social, political, economical, and literary tendency of his age are characteristically visual in the correction. The Wasteland. The Wasteland created an epic of modern society. Hence, T.S. Eliot का ये जो सीरीज चल रहा है बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट है टीजीटी जीटीएलटी ग्रेड के लिए. इसमें से जस्ट चलिए देखते हैं. थोड़ा डिस्टर्बेंस आ गया था. Ugliness of the modern civilization and frog, representative of modern man, Eliot has presented smoking chimneys, yellow fog, open body, and small of the female body presented the ugliness of modern civilization. The poem counted internal monologue and Hellfrog is an example. Split personality separation, the head and heart. The head and heart. Paralysis of the will and too much worry regarding a love philosophical to his lady. To this poem, Eliot has presented the agitation of modern man in this sharp condition and employness of mind, because full frog compare himself secret. The character of Pro Frog present a real man from Carpenter, whom T.S. Eliot visited when he was living at the missionary. He was unmarried man and always took about beloved, but minor decrease of the resolve. Is love beloved? Is love beloved? The poem begins with the couplet taken from the Dante Divine Commedia from Inferno. Eliot. Just a minute. थोड़ा सा काम वर्क आ गया है. नेक्स्ट मिनट थोड़ा सा डिस्टर्बेंस आ गया था। चलिए आगे देखते हैं क्या किया जाए। चलिए नेक्स्ट पहला देखते हैं। द करेक्टर ऑफ Prokrag presents a real man from the carpenter whom T.S. Eliot visited when he was leaving the necessary. He was unmarried when and always talked about beloved but minor dare to the decrease. Mathematic opinion which are symbol of modern man. Next, frog is symbol of modern man to the did not dare to purpose his beloved because his compare himself. The present right on the table are harmonious with distribute of man Lazarus and to Saint Mark, but not to the prime handle because he was indecisive man. The ugliness and nakedness of the modern society is beautifully compared with the ancient historic society. Important line. Lotus go you and die. Next line. Through the correction heart deserted distract like a present a Christ open the table. Next line, I have mused out my life with coffee spoon. Next line, do I dare I disturb the universe to squish into a boil. Next, now I am not Prince Hamlet. Next line, nor meant to be. Next line, what is it makes me disquence. Zero nation. Zero nation. The title poem taken from Giron, which means a little old man. It is said that this title is suggested by Newman is the dream of Gironation, but Eliot take word Gironation from Shakespeare dark comedy Major or Major. Gironation live in ruined house through his old and bank corrupt house, but contain all the youth, sension and regard. He is living with an old wife who is always coughing beside him because she is ill and broken body. Gironation call his wife. Next line of the key pair. The action of poem said not in any. A lines आपका कट गया है, आप इसको देख लीजिए. The action of poem he is said not in any place but in mind of old man, so it is internal monologue. The poet same of consciousness theory because old man, not speaking a single word, any his thinking in his mind about the present and future and past when he was used about his old wife to take there is now movement in his body. But when young generation his life was joyful, now he regard himself death-headed man. Eliot planned carefully these poem from it as a introductory post of Westland. But after suggestion of Ezra Pound through these poems he published his separately through these poems Eliot mouthed out about the modern old man because in an ancient old people symbol of another swing among the nightingale. Swing among the nightingale. It was published in 1918 and through these poems Eliot has presented the ugliness of modern society. The title of controversial because Sweeney protagonist of poem has a normal high animal spirit. Each and of life was wine literature. Will and word nightingale is used metaphor of the prostitute. Poem is the best on modern means of Madras and corrupt society. Eliot has the appealed the title from a poem Miss Elizabeth Barrett Browning, the wife of Robert Browning, Binaka among the nightingale truth. Elizabeth presented the tragical death Agamemnon, the first of all Aeschylus, the first great Greek tradition had composed of the tragedy on famous historical character. Clearly, Agamemnon was the king of Iliad, from where Helen was powerfully corrupted Roman crime. Paris Agamemnon was killed by his wife. नेक्स्ट पार्ट जो कि बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट है हम नेक्स्ट वीडियो में देखेंगे। सो उर्जित यूनिवर्सल एकेडमी को लाइक शेयर एंड फॉलो करते जाइए।